Now, if given an opportunity to describe Martha Karua's next political game plan, what exactly would you say? It is totally confusing, right? Because first of all, it is very hard to explain or to determine whether Martha Karua is still in the Azimio La Umoja alliance, if she defected to the Kamwene Leadership Caucus that she recently launched, or if Martha Karua decided to mainly focus on the growth of her own Kenya political party. But do you think Martha Karua can survive on her own politically without Raila Odinga being on her side? In my considered opinion, I don't think so. Because, like for example, in the recent 2022 polls, the only votes that Martha Karua delivered to Raila Odinga in the larger Mount Kenya region, specifically in Kirinyaga County, is 37,000 total votes, when William Ruto on the other side got more than 220,000 total votes. 37,000 votes, in my considered opinion. Raila Odinga would even get more votes in the larger Mount Kenya region without the help of Martha Karua. And that is why I still ask myself up to date, and maybe the Azimio La Umoja Alliance supporters can assist me to answer this particular question here. How on earth would someone appoint Martha Karua to deputize Raila Amolo Odinga? Despite the fact that in the previous 2022 general elections was largely determined by the larger Mount Kenya region votes, I don't think that ticket between Raila Odinga and Martha Karua was heading to somewhere. It was a complete failure. But in this particular video here, ladies and gentlemen, I just want us to mainly focus on one particular issue: how Martha Karua recently differed with Raila Odinga through their statements that clearly tells the fallout within the Azimio La Umoja Alliance, because these two leaders are not speaking in the same language. I will give you the examples about all those issues and what exactly the political differences between Martha Karua and Raila Odinga means politically speaking. But before that, if you're watching me and you haven't subscribed, I'm requesting you to please take a second or two and subscribe here to this channel. You can also give this particular video here a like. Just press the thumbs up button so that YouTube can recommend also this video and this channel to reach out to others. To my returning subscribers, I really want to appreciate you for your continued support. Without your support, this channel cannot be where it is currently. You can also automatically receive the notifications updates from YouTube itself immediately I post a video on this channel by simply pressing the notification bell that you are seeing down below. Just activate that notification bell and everything will be okay. Having said that, now let us go straight into the details. First of all, I want us to begin from here. Just listen to this speech very briefly by Martha Karua, then I will explain to you the response to that particular speech by Raila Odinga.
It's just to remind us, sovereignty belongs to the people. Hata kama tutasafirishwa mbinguni through killings during demonstrations.
Yes.
As NAK Kenya and as people of Kenya,
Yes.
we are saying, should the talks fail as they are looking, they are failing.
Yes.
We shall not forgo our rights. We shall go back
Yes.
to the streets if necessary.
Yes.
We are going to exercise our civil, political, and human rights to the fullest.
Yes.
We are saying no to intimidation, and we are calling upon Kenyans to join and hold hands so that we restore sanity in our nation.
So if you have listened to that speech very keenly, Martha Karua has mentioned three main issues. First of all, the cost of living, the electoral justice, and the respect for political rights are non-negotiable. So if the bipartisan talks will fail or will disagree on these issues, then Martha Karua and the NAK Kenya party will call for the demonstrations across the country. So let me read for you the response by Raila Odinga. Let me just show you on the screen. Raila says that the bipartisan talks are not yet done. We do not want to issue other conditions. We will give our statement when the committee disagrees. I do not want to give any other assurance that may seem like we are issuing threats. So we are still allowing them to talk. So the main question here is, what can you say about Raila Odinga's response to Martha Karua? There are three main issues that are emerging in that particular response by Raila Odinga. It is very loud and clear. First of all, it indicates that these two leaders are no longer together anymore in the Azimio La Umoja Alliance. And that would simply explain as to why Martha Karua has been snubbing Raila Odinga's key political events. Like, for example, the recent press conferences that Raila Odinga has been conducting, Martha Karua has not been attending. Also, the political events, like, for example, the rallies that Raila Odinga has been conducting, Martha Karua has been snubbing all of them. So you can clearly tell the political differences that are within the Azimio La Umoja Alliance. That clearly indicates that these leaders are no longer together. That will simply explain also as to why Martha Karua, Raila Odinga, Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, and Uhuru Kenyatta are not speaking in the same language in the Azimio La Umoja Alliance, despite the fact that Uhuru Kenyatta recently tried to say something that he is still in the Azimio La Umoja Alliance. Secondly, what I can say about Raila Odinga and Martha Karua's statements is all about the tone of the language. You can clearly tell that Martha Karua is using very harsh tone to issue some demands or some very cheap threats. While Raila Odinga on the other side, you can clearly tell from his response. He is very cool, and also Raila Odinga does not want to issue any threats to the government. Raila Odinga still believes in the bipartisan talks, that it can solve the problems that Kenyans are facing. So let us wait and see how things will turn out to be. But also, finally, you can read the disagreements between these two leaders. They are not speaking in the same language, just like I had said it earlier on. Despite the fact that Martha Karua wants to bring in very many issues and more conditions between the Azimio and the Kenya Kwanza Alliance bipartisan talks, but you can clearly tell that Raila Odinga is the final. Raila Odinga has got the final say in the bipartisan talks. If Raila Odinga will decide we go for the demonstrations, I strongly believe that Azimio La Umoja Alliance will have to respect that decision. Martha Karua does not have the capacity to call for the demonstrations. So let us wait and see also how things will turn out to be. Otherwise, that is it. I don't have much. Let me also know your thoughts, your views, and your opinions on the comment section down below. Otherwise, let me see you again in my next video. But please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Bye bye.